See the application of circular linked list. Okay, so Josephus problem is mainly used in prison. So in prison, there may be many persons standing in a circle, and they want to give freedom to one person. There may be 100% or 200%, any number of persons will be there. They want to give freedom to only one person, and all the remaining persons must be executed. So for selecting the one person for whom they are going to give the freedom, they are going to use this Josephus problem. Okay. So here, what is the problem is, whatever number of persons are available, they are going to ask them to stand in a circle. After that, they will choose one random number. That is nothing but number of persons they are going to skip. Okay, so first they are going to make all the persons to stand in a circle, and all these persons are to be executed other than one person. And they are going to start the counting. The counting will begin at some random point in the circle, and they will proceed around the circle in one direction, either clockwise direction or anti-clockwise direction. Now let us assume that we are going to proceed in the clockwise direction. Then in every step, I am going to skip certain number of persons. For example, if I assume some value as 2, I am going to skip 2 persons, and the third person will be executed. Okay, so in every step you are going to skip certain number of people, then you are going to execute the third person, right? After that, after the person is executed, the number of persons will be reduced by 1. Okay, then again you are going to start the process. Now the circle size is becoming smaller because whichever person is executed, that person is removed now. And you have to continue this step until only one person remains. If only one person is there in the circle, that means that that person will be given freedom. He will not be executed. So for finding the solution to this, we are going to use circular single linked list. Why it is circular single linked list is, you are going to make all the persons to stand in a circle. That is, from every person you will be able to reach every other person. If you use only single linked list, once you reach the last person, you may not be able to come back to the first person. So you have to make them to stand in a circle. For that only we are going to use circular list. Then why it is single linked list? From every person, you are going to travel in one direction only. It is given in the problem itself, you are going to travel in fixed direction. If it is clockwise, continue in the clockwise only. Don't go in the anti-clockwise. So you want to travel in only one direction, so you need only single linked list. That's why we are going to use circular single linked list for Josephus problem. Now, let us see what is this problem with the help of a diagram. Then we will see the code for this. So the problem is, first I am assuming that 8 persons are standing in a circle. For every person, I am going to give the number. So here numbers are given as 1 to 8. Then in my problem, I am going to skip certain number of persons. I am assuming that number of persons to be skipped is equal to 2. Then next, you are going to start at some random node. I'm assuming that I am starting at 1. It is not that you have to always start at 1. You can even start at 6 or 5, anything up to you. I am assuming that to make the process simple, I am assuming that I am starting at 1. Right. So now what is the step? You are starting at 1. Count from 1, skip 2 persons, including 1. Okay, you are starting at 1. So this is 1 and second person is 2. I am skipping these 2 persons. Then what is the third person? It is number 3. Now I have to kill this person. So 3 is killed. So I marked in red color uh, circle. So now this 3 is killed. What you have to do now? You have to remove this 3 from the circle. So now you see, after 2 you have 3, but if you remove this 3, you will have 4 after 2. Now in the next step, you have 4 after 2. Currently you are in node 4. Okay, because you have removed 3, currently you are in node 4. Start from node 4, skip 2 persons. So 4 is the first person, 5 is the second person. I am skipping these 2 persons. Now whoever is next, that person should be killed. So I am going to kill 6. When I kill 6, 6 should be removed from the circle. So in the next diagram, after 5, you will have 7. So you can see after 5, I have 7. So currently I killed 6. So current node is 7. I am standing at 7. From 7, I have to skip 2 persons. So I am skipping 7 and then 8. So the third person is 1. So this one I have to kill. Now you see, from the last node, we are coming back to the first node. This is possible only if you have a circular list. Otherwise, you cannot come back to node number 1. Now I'm killing 1. So after I kill 1, I have to remove 1 from the circle. So 2 will be present after 8 in the new circle. So you can see in the new circle, we have 2 after 8. Now, where I am currently standing, I am standing at 2. I have to skip 2 persons now. So I am skipping 2 and 4. Now next, I am going to kill 5. So after 5 is killed, I have to remove 5 from the circle. So now I have, see here, I have 5. I have removed 5. So currently I'll be standing at 7. So from 7, I have to count 2 persons. So 7 and 8. So the next person is 2. I have to kill 2. So I am killing 2. I'll be currently standing at 4. I have to skip 2 persons now. Skip 4 and 7. Kill 8. Okay, so you are killing 8. Currently you will be standing at 4. Okay, so see now I am standing at 4. I have to skip 2 persons. First person is 4. Second person is 7. Now again, after skipping 2 persons, I am still again coming back to this 4 only. So that person I have to kill. So now 4 is killed. So once this is over, you have only 1 person remaining. So this 1 person is remaining. That person will not be killed. He will be given freedom. Okay, so this is the problem known as Josephus problem. Here, first you have to create the structure for the Josephus problem. It is simply circular singly linked list. So I am creating the node. The node contains 2 members. The first member is the number of the person to be deleted. That is, I am declaring int num. And the second is every person will have pointed to the next person. Then only you can remove that person from the circular linked list. So we have the pointer. After that, we are giving a short name to this struct node that is called as node. Now, let us consider the function first. Before that, we will see the steps, then we will see the entire function. So first, you are going to start with, you can see here, there are totally 8 persons. All the 8 persons are arranged in a linked list, which is circular linked list, because they are standing in a circle. Okay. So first, number 1, 2, 3, up to 8 represents the number of the persons. And in every node, you are going to store the address of the next node. So here, this 10 is nothing but address of the second node. Similarly, 20 is address of the third node. And in the last node, in the link field, you are going to store the address of the first node. That is nothing but 5. So 5 is present in the link field of, that is in the next field of 8. And also, head will contain the address of the first node. Now, what is your step? First, you have to start with the first node, some random node. Now here I am assuming that I am starting with the first node. Okay, so to start with the first node, I have to make current is equal to head, because head is containing the address of the first node. From there, I have to start. Then what I am going to do? I am going to start my execution process. How long I will be considering the execution? Till you get only 1 person in your linked list. When only 1 person is remaining, you are not going to execute that person. You will give freedom to that person. So your aim is you have to stop your process when you have only 1 node in a linked list. So how to identify whether only 1 node is present in the linked list? You see here, when there is only 1 node in the linked list, that means you will have only 1 in the linked list. Assume only 1 is present, all the remaining nodes are not there. So in that case, this field, this address field, that is the next field, will contain the address of the same node. Okay, that is 5 will be stored in the next field of this one, right? So to find out whether only 1 node is present, you have to write this condition. When the next of current is not is equal to current, it means more than 1 nodes are there. When next of current is equal to current, only 1 node is present. So till that time, you have to do your process. Okay, so outer while loop is for checking whether you have only 1 node present in the circular linked list. Then I am writing one more for loop. What is the purpose of the for loop is, in the instruction, they have given that you have to skip k persons. Okay, so we have to count whether we are skipping k persons or not. If k is 5, I have to count 1 is skipped, 2 is skipped. Like that, I have to count up to 5. For that, we need a loop. So for that only, I have the inner for loop. Here, the aim is to skip k persons. So I need to count. To implement the counter, I have the variable I am initializing I is equal to 1. I have to do this process till I is less than or equal to k. K is nothing but some number, 1 or 5 or anything. Then every time I have to increment the counter. So what I'm going to do inside this, every time whenever I visit a node, I have to take that node, that current node as a previous node. And then the next node of the current will be taken as current. Okay. When you skip one person, you will go to the next person. That person will become the current person. For that only, we are doing these steps. So now let us focus on the diagram. First, I am giving k is equal to 2. That means that I want to skip two persons. First, when I start, I will be equal to 1. So I'm writing I is equal to 1. Then you see here, previous will be equal to, previous is equal to current. That means when you start, you can see this diagram. When you start, current is pointing to the first node. Okay, and you are coming inside the for loop. In the for loop, you are initializing I is equal to 1. So I have given I is equal to 1. Then I am writing previous is equal to current. That means this node 1 is now previous. Then I write current is equal to current arrow next. That means the second node will be the current node. Previously 1 was the current node, but now you are considering one person, you are skipping the person. So you have to consider that person as a previous person, and currently the new person is the current person. Now I have to come back to the loop. I check, I increment I is now 2. I will check whether 2 is less than or equal to k. K is also 2. It is true. So now in the next diagram, I is equal to 2. What I will do here, again I come back, I change previous and current properly. So now you can see in this diagram, previous is now pointing to 10 and current is now pointing to the address 20. Okay, we have changed them. Then I will again go to the for loop. I will increment I. I will be 3. I will check whether 3 is less than or equal to 2. It is false. So I will come outside. Now you see I am coming outside the loop. When you come outside the loop, your current is going to point to 3 and previous is going to point to 2. Which one you want to execute? You have started with 1, you have skipped 1, you have skipped 2. So 3 has to be executed. That means you have to remove the node 3 from your linked list. Okay, so this 3 should be removed. Now let us see the steps now. I want to remove this 3 from the linked list. So what pointer changes I have to do? The first changes, you can see here, this 2 contains 20, address of 3. Instead of this 20, you have to store 30, which is address of 4. So that change we have to do. Now let us see how to do the change. So this 3 is now current. You take 30 from the next field of current and store it in the next field of previous. So I am writing previous arrow next is equal to current arrow next. When I do that, this 30 will be stored here. So this link is automatically created. Now you have to tell the user that this particular person is killed. So I am printing the message %d is killed. Who is killed now? 3. So 3 is available in the number field of current. So we are writing current arrow num. Then you have to remove this memory completely. So I am calling free of current. After that, we have removed this person completely. Free of current is given. Next, what we have to do? You see here, I have to make this node as a current node. Because I skipped these two persons, this person is killed. So I have to start from this 4. So I have to make 4 as a current node. For that, I have to assign current is equal to next of previous. Because in current, I have to store 30. 30 is nothing, but it is available here. It is available in the next field of previous. That I am going to store it in the current node. So then I will again start with this node. I will skip 2 persons. I will continue my search. When I finish the while loop, I will have only one person remaining in the list. Okay, so that person is the winner. I should not kill the person. I have to tell that you release this person. For that, I have to return that person number to the user. So I am writing return current arrow num. So this will return number 7 when you come outside your program. So whatever steps we have seen, I have written it as a function.